Let's see if it will not mop when it hits the carpet.
Starting the cleanup.
Oh no! Hey, what's up? This is Reed, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Roborock E25. And it's an interesting robot vacuum because it kind of sits in the middle of the road when it comes to robot vacuums. I've reviewed several robot vacuums, and the E25 is in between the basic, lower end robot vacuum and also between the higher end, expensive vacuum like the Roborock S5 that I reviewed recently. I'm going to be mainly focusing on its features to see if it's worth it, or maybe it's worth spending more money and getting something better. I'll put links to everything down in the description, and Roborock did send us this vacuum for an unbiased review. Stick around to the end for some bonus battle mode between the vacuums. Let's see what's included with the E25. An extra filter, cleaning tool, base station, mop attachment with an extra mopping cloth, and a mopping pad that attaches to a base station. And the dustbin is really big at 640 milliliters. It's much bigger than the D-Bots or the Roborock S5's dustbin. There isn't a physical remote, but you can drive it around from the remote in the app. And I love the remote control feature on robot vacuums. The remote sometimes didn't respond. This never happened with the S5 though. So how well does it clean? The E25 is interesting because it doesn't have a little laser on top like the S5 does. Instead it has 13 sensors, and it uses those as well as when it bumps into things around your house to make a map of your house. And it uses that to clean your house in the most efficient way. So it goes in straight lines and it cleans it room by room so it doesn't miss any spots. And you compare that with like the N79 or similar vacuums, they just clean in a random order and might not get everything. So even though it does build out a map of your house, the issue is you can't use that map to avoid certain areas or use that map to tell it to clean certain areas. And this is an issue because it does have a mopping feature, and you can't tell it to avoid carpeted areas while it's mopping. If you don't have carpet, then you don't really have to worry about it, but if you do, it's really not too big of a deal because you can just have the vacuum start mopping in the kitchen, and since the vacuum cleans in an efficient way, it will just clean the kitchen first. Before it gets into other rooms, you can just have it stop. I feel like the mopping is just a nice to have anyways. It's not going to replace your current mop, so I don't feel like it's a deal breaker. The suction on the E25 is really good though, and I'm not going to do any dumb vacuum pun jokes like the vacuum sucks so much. The E25 is not as powerful as the S5, but it's good enough that it's not just going to sit there and collect dust. Wait. Dang. So the S5 is more powerful, but not by much, and the E25 is much more powerful than the D-Bot N79. It has 4 different modes on how powerful you want the suction to be. The side brush spins at different speeds, and so when the vacuum's up against the wall, the side brush will spin up and fling things away from the wall. But when the vacuum's away from the wall, the side brush will slow down, and so it doesn't accidentally fling things into the area that it's already cleaned. And I'm a big fan of this feature, and it doesn't list this feature on their website or on their Amazon page, which I don't understand. They should definitely be advertising this. You can enable in the settings to have it boost up the power when it senses it's on carpet. And you would think that since it can sense it's on carpet, if it's in mopping mode, that it would stop and turn around when it hits carpet, but it doesn't. The battery size isn't the best at 2600 milliamp, which gives it about a 100-minute runtime on balance mode, and that seemed pretty accurate because it would go down a percentage every minute. And compare that with the S5's battery, which is double in size at 5200 milliamp. The S5 can clean a much bigger house without needing to recharge, especially when it's on a higher power mode. And the battery is the same size as the D-Bot N79 with the same amount of runtime. What's nice about the E25 though, is if it runs out of battery before it's finished cleaning, it will charge itself and pick back up where it left off. It's supposed to be compatible with Alexa, but I couldn't get it to work. Should you buy the E25? If you're looking at basic robot vacuums, it might be worth spending a little extra for the E25. First, the E25 is going to be much more powerful than the less expensive vacuums out there. Especially if you have carpet, the fact that it can boost up power when it's on carpet is pretty cool. Second, it will clean more thoroughly and faster than the robot vacuums that just bounce around. Like the N79, I never know if it's fully cleaned the majority of the floor because it doesn't have any mapping capabilities. So I don't know if I should just let it run till the battery dies or run it again or maybe stop it early. I think that there are two reasons to not buy the E25 and to upgrade and buy the S5 instead. One is the battery life, and if you're cleaning a large house with the E25, it's going to take much longer on a higher power mode to clean the entire house because it's going to need to stop and recharge, and so the S5 is going to clean your house much faster. Two, the mapping feature on the S5 is better because you can block off certain areas. You can also have the S5 only mop certain rooms by using the drawn zones, where the E25 can't do that. Hopefully I answered your questions you might have had, but if I didn't, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more smart home videos, and we'll see you again next time. Next time on Smart Home Solver, see which vacuum is the best, but in battle mode. Go get them! Ah!